Hello, hello. Welcome to Off Topic. I'm Tanya.
I'm Kim.
And are we going to shout out, like, share?
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
yes.
Like, let's do it.
We're a little off right now.
Yeah, because we're sitting in our different locations.
Yeah, we had to change seats and
Yes.
I'm going through perimenopause and I can't get myself together.
She needs to be closer to the AC unit.
It's so bad. Anyway, please like, share, YouTube, Instagram,
Apple,
Apple
Spotify,
Podcasts,
everything.
Spotify, all the things. We're on all the
Twitter,
things.
all
But
of it, all of it.
today we do have a special guest. We have Jazzy from Still in the Game podcast.
Woo.
Thank you.
Want to tell us a little bit of what that is?
I was waiting for my applause, but
Oh,
yes,
come on, sound
Yeah,
guy,
the
sound
sound
guy.
guy. He's dealing with me, so I need a pat with the. If y'all see me sweating, don't judge.
She's like, I need to have like, if you see her going like this, dabbing.
It's not makeup.
It's not.
It's the sweat.
You Jazzy
Laugh at me now. Wait till you
Listen.
go through. Well, everybody
goes through it differently. I am hoping.
My mom is like, I didn't go through that. I'm like, maybe you did, but you didn't notice.
Maybe it was just the anger.
Yeah. And
It was like
makes
a
you hot. It's
like
hot.
yeah, and so her way of dealing with it was different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Okay, so I'm only referring to the hot flashes. She
Yes.
said that she didn't go through the
That heat.
changes.
the heat, the internal heat. Like my sister
she likes
this
the heat,
weekend,
though.
like
She does. She likes to sit outside. She likes the heat.
I would have walked in the house and the AC was off and the windows were open, and she's sitting there in a tank top.
That's
and
not
a
liking
little-
heat. That's liking the bill to be low.
I'm
the
like,
build to be low.
that's like an older Puerto Rican thing. I feel like.
You
I'm,
think so? Or
yeah.
just older Latina thing?
She from
That's
the
a-
island.
yeah,
so
that's
it's
the
like-
island thing.
That's
That's
like
the
the
island.
not
From the
flushing
island.
to you. Caca thing.
She's like, oh, this is nice. I'm like, can my fan stay on? Cause
Because you used to live with her.
yeah,
So like, did
immediate
you get to
heat
have like
wave.
your own like fan?
Yes, but I
could
couldn't
turn
leave
it
it
off?
on. When I would leave it on and close the door, she would turn it off.
What?
Yeah. So I
And
would
then
get
be
mad.
mad. You come in, you're like,
She would text her.
she left the fan.
If I left one dish,
She left the kitchen a mess.
With one dish.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
it is?
So it's the OCD thing.
yes.
It is. It's the OCD
is.
thing.
she's a lot. I mean,
Because one thing I don't like is having dishes in the sink.
Wash your face. You better watch your mouth.
I don't like having dishes in the sink when I go upstairs, like for the night. Because when I come
That's also
down,
a Latina thing.
yeah, when I come downstairs, there should be nothing in my kitchen.
Yeah.
If there is a cup, or there is like, cause somebody wanted to eat cereal at 2:30 in the morning, that
Listen, Angel just did that. He was like a little mouse. It was like 3:12 a.m. The ring said, someone's in your kitchen. I said, and Angel's like with the milk and the da-da-da. So,
did he clean his dish though?
well, no, because he ate it in his room. So he brought it down in the morning. I didn't see it.
Hey, as long as the kitchen was clean,
I
okay.
don't know. First thing I do is clean the kitchen in the morning. Like if it's not clean.
In the morning, it messes up my whole routine. That's the thing. That's why I want to clean so that I could just, clean, like just do Buddy's meal or breakfast or something.
Buddy's meal.
Yeah.
Do you cook for Buddy?
you can't.
you
You guys
know.
can't talk.
If
No, I meant his meal in the morning. We do a meal and we prep it for like 2 weeks. We don't do it in the
you
morning.
guys are bougie though with your
Yeah.
dog.
It's not bougie. It's
The
caring
first
about
time he
them.
started doing it, I was about to come down to eat some, and they had to tell me.
That's
I mean,
the
I was
dog.
like,
Wait a minute.
we're trying to be healthy, I guess, because it looked crazy. But I'm
It
like,
was
you
brown
know,
rice.
maybe
It had veggies. It had chicken in
it
it.
had chicken and brown rice. That's all I eat. So I'm like, I literally was like about to. And they were like, "That's the dog's food," and I'm like, "Is there dog food in it?" And they're like, "Well, no, but
Yeah.
yeah."
I think mom tasted
Imagine.
it. No,
Set
they
me up.
tasted it. People have like, oh, this is really good.
I mean,
Dog food?
I know somebody
we
that
make it-
that he has eaten dog treats. Do you remember? We're not gonna say names.
Oh, don't say it.
We don't do
you know what I'm
names.
talking about?
I think so.
You remember?
Yeah.
Somebody had dog treats?
Because they said it tasted good.
No, because I mean, I don't know if he watches anyway, but he had got he got locked out of his house, and they had a dog, and he just like there were times where I guess they didn't leave the door open for him coming home from school or whatever, and he just had to sit there and wait, and then he ate like I think it was like dog treats.
Okay. If you're not in the house, how are you getting the dog treats?
I think it was also like, okay, well most
Yeah,
people
their
let
dogs
their
sit
dogs
outside.
out
Yeah.
and have the dogs outside. These dogs are different, but Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He like tasted the dog treats. He wasn't like actively eating them, but he was like, you know,
They were
Push comes to
popcorn.
push comes
he
to
was
shove.
hungry.
Yeah.
Struggle meal.
A struggle. Dog treats. I don't know if I could. Now,
You got to be down bad. I'm
Down.
Hey, he's a great guy though.
that's great. Hey, listen to
He
this.
added character.
So, I had my son right being babysat by this lady, and
She gave him dog treats.
no, wait, check this out. So she
First
was
of
like,
all,
"Oh my god,
should've been
I bought."
missing.
He's teething, right? This is when like B was teething. Sorry, B, I gotta shout it
Uh-oh.
out.
You couldn't just say my son, and people just had to guess which one.
Nah,
Wow.
because this was back in the day. 22 years ago. So she's like, he was teething so bad, and we went to the store, and I bought him this teether. And I'm like,
It was
okay,
a dog chew toy.
I said, and the only
What
reason I
section
found
were
out,
you in, ma'am? Like,
well, I didn't know
Didn't
that.
work though.
wow.
I
Yeah, think about it.
I had
The
to think
dog
about
chew
it.
toys. Think about it.
maybe it helped
You
a little
know.
bit.
You
But
know.
she didn't tell me it was a dog thing. Like she made it sound like, oh, I found this, like
Probably just grabbed it. Was like, oh, this looks like it makes sense.
yeah. And so when I went to the store, I saw the toy in the dog section, and I was like, oh my god, my son has been chewing on a dog. On a dog.
That explains a lot.
That's tough. That's tough.
Love you, B.
Love you. But yeah, he had a dog.
So it's
Toy,
safe to say he got
chew toy.
that dog in him now.
Yeah, he got that
Ooh.
dog in him. Got him.
Only Jazzy would. See, that's that old school versus new school thing.
Yes.
I would have never had thought about that.
I would have never that was clever.
Y'all
That
don't have
was
that
clever.
dog in
That
you
was
then?
clever, huh?
Y'all don't have that dog in you?
You know I do.
I know.
You know I do.
I'm
But
But
you
gonna-
know,
mine-
my
mine's comes
dog
out different.
changed. You know, I used to be a pit bull.
Here you go.
Here we you used
Now,
to be a
I-
pit bull.
now I'm like a labradoodle.
You're not.
No,
You're like
You are
Lola.
not.
no. I meant like when the dog in you got to come out.
No, you're like Lola. Like real soft, gets anxiety. But if she don't like somebody, like, okay. Is that not valid?
Get excited.
Is that not valid?
Great.
Okay, so
She got
what?
OCD.
Is Kim's a Luna?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Hi.
She's like, we're gonna run this bad boy around.
Yeah.
And when I focus on something, I'm gonna be here and be like,
Here
this
he
is not entertaining me too much. I'll
Maybe
be right back.
not.
I'll be right back.
Hey Lola, let's
check
go.
this out.
Let's go find something to do.
Hey Lola, wanna play with me? Hey Lola.
Okay, so what's your dog? What's the dog inside of you?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way,
can't say Chihuahua.
Luna and Lola are
Wow.
pit bulls.
Oh, they
Yeah,
They-
exactly.
But right, all pit bulls are different.
They are. They get a bad rap.
They do.
So
Unfortunately, people still walk on the other side of the street or pick up their dogs.
Because she's black.
That
Wow.
too. Nope, the veterinarians she say that. No, but it's true. They
Wow.
say black dogs, even black cats, get the worst of it because black is considered dark, evil. I'm like, that's so opposite, and that's so bad because
Lola's not
historically.
super, nice either. Like, she is, but she's not.
she's not nice. She'd be like, just stay over there. I'm good.
just
that
like
not like
you.
her? Right.
Just like you.
That's not true because I'm a people person. I go into a room, I'm like, hey, hi.
Everybody.
When
yeah.
Lola comes down into here, she's like, hey, hi.
To the people she knows.
Yeah.
I do that with a lot of people I don't know. I walk into a room and talk
If
to
there's
anybody.
random people coming
You get
in the
mad
house,
at me,
she
but like,
still
you gotta
does
talk
it.
to them. I'm like,
Mom, because you do talk to everybody.
okay.
Yo, we was in a restaurant
No.
on Sunday.
You would never have us be. I don't know where we went. Oh, was it out of country, out of state? We're eating somewhere or something. And she's like, oh my God, I know them. Come on, man. We're on vacation. Like,
I mean, but we just chose the vacation at the same time.
That's the
That's-
thing. That's the thing. I don't. Sometimes I could see people and I just be like, oh, I know them.
right.
If we're like next to
I
each
try
other,
avoid all the
exactly.
contact.
Like if you're right
Now
next
y'all
to
know
me,
if you see her in public, I don't know which camera.
If I'm not looking at you,
if she don't give you that, don't
Like,
go.
I'll be
outside.
like-
that means I saw you and I just didn't
Right.
want to say hi.
I'll be like, hey. I do that.
No.
But like if you're right next to me, I'll be like, hey girl. You know how many times I forgot people's names?
What?
Yo, I'm bad with names.
That's why I just say, what's up?
I'm like, hey, girl.
Right.
Hey, guys.
It's so horrible. So for
No,
me,
there,
names are what?
but there was one time I felt so bad. I was at Forever 21, and the girl
no.
checking me out, she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," and she's
You
like,
thought she was Forever 21 friendly?
"You don't remember me, do you?" And I was like, "You look familiar,"
You said that.
because my face, like, because I had just said, "Hey," and kept my head down, like
Oh,
it wasn't.
wow.
And she was, and I was like, "Okay, middle school," and she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, yeah," like.
Also,
Yeah.
you remembered.
Then she was like, "You don't remember my name, do you?" And I was like,
Oh, but when they asked them
See, but
questions,
that's
though.
wrong though. Would you do that?
I felt so bad though.
Yeah, you don't
'cause
go,
I
oh, you don't
didn't.
remember my name? Because now you setting that person up.
But I
That's
think it
not
was
right.
obvious that I just did not remember her.
I would have been
that
like,
well.
no, girl. I'm bad with names.
I
If
was
you
like,
know me,
I'm
you know I'm bad with
sorry.
names.
There was one time I
Took
think
so
I
long.
remember that. I know I remembered that person, but you know when I was in that ugly part of my life, I was like, wait, did we like each other? Did we have a fight?
Wow.
It was like a
Oh, that was the pre-pit bull.
that's the pre that's the
That was the pre Luna.
that was the
Lola,
Malcolm
Lola.
that was the
Pre-Luna
Malcolm X
Lola.
time.
The Malcolm.
And I was like, because
How you don't remember if you don't like somebody?
somebody gave me that vibe. Well, because I'm gonna be 50 years old. I don't remember 30 years ago in school.
What?
I
You?
just feel like it's automatically attached.
No.
You remember so
I
many
do.
things.
And
Like,
it's weird. I don't remember yesterday, but I remember my phone number from Brooklyn. Like, how's that happen?
so do I. So do I. I
You
used
see what
to
I'm
use it as one of my passcodes.
The whole phone number?
Heck yeah. You know, I had people trying to lock in.
Your whole beeper was like, beep, 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 for 718. Da, 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 da.
Wow.
What's happening?
Whose
Is that not
timers?
good? I have a timer? Oh no. Did we say this new phone says Bixby? If you say Bixby or something too loud, it talks to you. I can tell her what to do from far away.
That's ridiculous. That's like having like a mini robot just follow you.
Wouldn't you love that though?
A physical robot following me. Like I would want like a mini me. Like a
You don't want a mini you.
yes,
No.
yes.
She
No.
likes being around people though.
I do like being around people.
Yeah, no. It's weird and I don't know why, but I've gotten to the age or just season in my life where I just don't talk to me. I need space. I'm talking all day. I managed mad people talking
I'm
all day.
sorry.
I love my people in case I know a lot of y'all watch, but then I come home and I'm like this.
How would you put up an Earhart?
Well, no. So I did that,
That's
but
the
then
new way.
Angel
This is the
showed
new
me
way.
this way.
But you just did it, so I was curious because it was like,
What's like
what?
this?
Hey.
No, that's like okay.
that was
bro.
like
That's
early-
like peace and
No,
love. That's peace
no,
and love. No,
no,
okay,
no,
love.
no, no.
Okay, love.
No.
Okay, love.
We're stretching.
Yeah, no.
We're stretching.
Sorry.
on
No,
that.
old school versus new school.
Like this, I thought that would be cool. Like heart. Okay.
Wings.
No.
Heart.
These look like wings.
But like, how did you guys do it before?
Well, it was like this, but she went like this.
Oh, so it's like this, just like the. I can't do it.
She said,
I can't do it. Like, okay.
Like
I can't.
"You gotta throw up
My-
a
look,
gang
go
sign."
throw up the gang sign.
my,
Look.
my arthritis
So you
doesn't
never
let-
had to do the blood sign when you were younger? Y'all never played. My generation knows where you gotta just you had to like.
I
Then you
I was
curve
wondering what
this
y'all were
finger,
doing. I was
curve
like,
this
is that a
finger.
2? Is that a you throwing up a 3? Is that a West Side?
When
guys
I started
never
seeing
threw up
people
the
doing
blood?
this, I was like, oh, I got that. That's easy. But the one you guys just did right now, my arthritis is kicking
Listen,
in.
just 2 fingers on each.
2 fingers.
Okay, and now
Almost. We're
put in
almost
the
there.
heart shape. Oh my gosh!
You gotta put the
Don't-
other
yeah,
one.
don't.
Oh, I got
There
it.
we
I
go.
know
I got it. I got
for
it.
you
I got
guys
it.
listening and not watching, you're welcome. Because she just had low key that arthritis. You were like this.
She
That's
almost
so.
threw up a big C.
That was horrible, but it's fine.
Sorry, that
We'll
was-
learn that. Yeah,
crying.
I did that last night. One of the waitresses, she's like, "Oh my god, hi!" She was at one of the old
Somebody you
restaurants.
know?
She was at
From
the
a
old.
different restaurant. It's crazy.
Well, because once you're a waitress, most of the time, or waiter or waitress, you hop around. If that's your profession, you hop around to different restaurants.
Yeah, like bartenders do that. all
Yeah,
the
so I remembered her from Teak in Metro West, the restaurant there. So she was at the Whiskey. Shout out to the Whiskey. Great food, great drinks. But
time.
anyway,
Where's that at?
on Sand Lake Road. It's on Restaurant Row.
Oh.
It's called the Whiskey. And she's like,
I
"Oh
need
my
to go
god,
there.
hi." And I was like, "What's up?" We did this at the same time, and people I was with were like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's the no way." Thank you,
Really?
Jesus. Where I have my kids tell me,
Simple.
Don't do it like this.
no, just
Don't
Because
do it
don't.
Loki, when you
No.
throw it up, you see how your other fingers are blocking it.
Ah,
But when
It's
it's
like
fine.
block
this-
love.
We're gonna
It's
work
block
on that.
love. It's
We're gonna
block love. So
block. It's fine, Kim.
that.
Sis,
Wow.
we're good.
Hey,
Just
what is your?
people are listening, going, "What are they doing?
Oh, forget it.
What's happening?"
The itsy bitsy spider.
What?
She's going crazy.
It's gonna bother me
When
all day
when
until I
we
get
say-
master it.
So when we say old versus new, right?
Yeah,
Read that.
because it's mad
Oh, you
small.
can't see?
No, I can see it.
Oh.
I'm just trying to engage her because she's still trying to throw up the heart gang signs. I want to
I
change.
was doing the itsy bitsy spider. If you really
wanna
want to know,
change
Peace
this
and love.
subject.
Peace and
trying
love.
to see like my piece
When
of
you
love.
said the heart with wings, I was like, it's flying away.
Because you guys remember like the Harley Davidson era?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
always, like the
Yeah.
hearts always
You
had
had
wings
stuff on
behind
it.
them.
You had stuff with it. It was
I mean,
colorful.
okay, you didn't have to, throw me like that, but dang, okay.
I remember it was like a yellow heart with red wings or vice
Going
versa.
Crazy. Anyway,
was-
let's reel it back.
I'm making a shirt. I'm making a shirt with my heart
I
and
just
wings.
had 2 tire marks just right over me on that one. Anyway,
Okay, you read it because I can't.
me, okay, I have the.
I can
Even
see
though
it.
I didn't explain what my podcast was.
Oh,
we'll get to
no,
that
but see, that's where
later.
you have. That's the old school version. You keep us focused.
It's not old school
'Cause-
versus new school. That was not.
No.
that was not.
That's not focused because
No.
you're younger, so your mind is sharper.
Wow, but not really.
I have arthritis. I just admitted that.
Arthritis has nothing to do with memory.
I'm just saying we're old.
Wait, shout out to
Oh,
Sisu Designs.
Cecil. She made these. beautiful
Yes,
cups
she
for
is
us.
fire. She makes cups.
Everything.
I mean, everything. Like she's
Tumblers.
amazing.
Yep.
Yes.
She made us pens.
Yes, and we'll throw up her QR code, not gang sign, but we're gonna
Below.
Below.
throw a QR code for Sisu
Somewhere.
Designs. Shout out to my girl Tiffany. Love you. Okay, Jazz.
Talk
So
about it.
you are the host
Yes.
of Still in the Game podcast.
Correct.
Mhm.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. So it was just something I kind of thought. I literally was at my other
Previous
9 to 5
employer.
job. And it was a good job. I can't be.
It was a steady
'cause I
job.
can't be mad about it.
Right.
Like
It was a good job.
was
I
a
never
good-
heard anybody say that. Like,
It's a steady job.
it was a job that I think a lot of people would appreciate and take advantage of. 9 to 5. I'm dealing with a lot of paperwork, not a lot of people, and that's coming from coaching where I was dealing with a lot of people constantly, and like all my other previous jobs where it was just draining. So this was like really good. I could just like clock out and be good. But I kind of went into it knowing I didn't want to stay there long term. And I was at my desk one day and I just walked over to her office and I was like, so I think I want to do a podcast. And she was like, okay, like I'm with it. But the main idea behind it was just, I don't feel like as women we have enough voice in the sports athletic community.
For sure.
As a female who played a male dominated sport, it's just like, even like less so. And I really wanted to be that voice and that person. And I think I went through a lot of stuff in my journey, trying to play and stuff like that. And I don't think that even those things are talked about enough. That's the actual struggles that we go through. A lot of people interview the big stars and stuff like that, and I'm not taking anything away from them. I think they go through their own
Yeah.
struggles and their own
But
journey.
us commoners go through.
Yeah, I mean,
a little
and
bit more, especially
it's-
females.
Yeah.
For sure.
and it's just I don't think something that a lot of people really think about when they think about athletes or college athletes. They're just like, oh, that's awesome, and it's like, yeah, but you don't
You don't know all that comes with it.
everything else. And so I just really wanted to be able to tell the stories of I don't want to say the little people and make it seem like it's
commoners,
less, but
just
just
maybe-
the people who are not always in the limelight and
Gotcha.
stuff. So that is a little
is true.
bit of what
Yeah.
my podcast is about. And
Listening to
so-
one of your podcasts, I remember you were interviewing, and the video will be coming out
yes.
soon. The episode will be coming out soon, and you talked about the the bodily changes that we go through and are still expected to perform at the highest level of sports.
Yep.
And I don't, it's like you never really think about it, but because as women, we go, okay, this is what we got, we keep it moving. There's no, it's gonna stop me from doing this or that. But to perform at that high level, we don't always have the luxury to
You're
say
going against
I'm-
everything that your
I'm-
body is
right.
telling
I'm
you.
cramping. I'm doing this. I'm going through these things. But now I have a game. There's no I can't play today. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Right. So I heard that in one of her podcasts. I'm like, wow, I never thought of it like that because growing up, it's just so normal and natural.
Well, when I first got my period, I was playing basketball.
She was, yeah.
And I thought it was a cramp.
And she just gave me a look. I said,
Well, that was after because my brother just so happened to have practice at the same facility.
Yeah.
So the whole practice, I just thought I had like a water cramp, and I'm like, yo, this
You're
is
trying to like do
tough.
like a gas, like a, but I think
Tryna
cup the hand.
cup it.
I don't know what cupping does, but that's what
And-
she's supposed to do.
That's what we thought. Yeah.
I really thought that was it, and then I went to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I walked out, and I was like, hey, mom.
That's all she did. She said no words.
And she expected she didn't give you the blink. Like,
No.
No.
like go get
Blink
me
came
something
later in life.
Well, she immediately was like, no, and I'm like, you're saying that,
Way
but
to
hey,
throw
I'm
me under the
bleeding.
bus.
I'm
Now I got
bleeding.
tire marks. I didn't go, no.
Mom, yes, you did.
I said, what?
What's worse? I don't know.
I don't know. It's
No,
your
but-
mom. I
but
don't
the
know.
fact that I knew what her look meant. It was
Yeah.
like, and then we just went to,
Yeah,
Went
to
to
deal with
bathroom.
it. But
Yeah, we
it's
had to deal
like,
with
you
it.
know, we just, even how we train and work out is supposed to
Do
fluctuate.
you think that that's a reason why, like, people don't take women in sports seriously?
I'm going to say no. I think it just comes down to the entertainment factor. Men are bigger and stronger and faster. And so it just looks better. Like, if you think about everything in society now, it's like for color and attention and big and this and that, like, it's rare. So for us, I think one of our biggest sports, I guess, in like women's athletics would be like volleyball, but you're wearing
Shorts.
small shorts, tighter jerseys. Then they even brought out like lingerie football, you know, and so we have to do those things. And we're even in every sport, we're more physical, we're enduring more all across the board. Like, I've been in multiple programs where we are actually conditioning like 4 days out of the week and going hard, and the boys just play open gym for their conditioning. And it's like we go through so much, and then like that's all you guys have to do, and it's like it's tough. That's like kind
It
of
is, it
frustrating
is,
and annoying.
yeah.
But then
I can't wait till you put your episodes out there because
We don't
they're
get-
so enlightening. I was
yes.
listening like, oh, that's so true.
next week,
It's
next
crazy.
week they'll be
Yeah,
coming out.
yep. Still in the
we'll
game,
Start releasing.
still in the
Yes,
game.
Still in the game.
What platform are you on?
All of 'em.
All of them.
Yeah.
All the things. All the platforms.
Yes,
Okay.
so
I'm proud of
super
you
excited
for that
about it.
because you are bringing visibility to that.
Thank you.
And things like our generation, we didn't pay attention to. But also, I would safely say that our generation, sports wasn't our first go-to,
No.
right? We were conditioned, work and you have dreams and that's fine, but make sure you have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And if you have time to dream, then you can dream,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? And
Then
so
you can go nine.
then you can go
Everybody can go nine.
right? But so then I do say I want to say that sometimes the roles shifted, and we were gender specific. We had gender specific roles. Now I think we just have roles. I look at things as no longer gender specific. Are men anatomically
Taking out the
stronger?
trash, gender specific.
Sometimes.
That's just a rule that I have in my relationship.
Oh, take out the
If
trash.
he's there,
Is it because
or-
of a preference? Like it's not because he's there like to do like it's not because he's a guy. It's just that you don't like to do it.
No.
It's nothing. She said.
I was
"Nope."
trying to help out.
She said, "No,
nope.
thank you. No, no."
My
Mm-mm.
man should take the trash out.
But why?
I mean, I feel like Ode always did it really, like that was something.
The examples of what a good relationship looks
No,
like.
because there have been plenty of times where I've taken out the garbage.
Yes, but like, and if I'm by myself, I'll take it out. I'm not gonna just
Okay.
like let it sit there. If
That's
I,
And
when
not
I
like
my
fill up.
job. I'm a yeah.
But
okay.
and that's something I told him. Hey, when you're home or you're gonna be home, you take the trash out.
I think that's reasonable. I mean, I don't have one.
All
so
he has to do
I
is
do it all the
walk
time.
10 feet.
have
and put it
guys in the
outside
house, though.
door.
So,
they,
yeah.
they need to do more.
Yeah, but if I'm in
Love
the
you
kitchen,
guys. Love you, BCD.
But no, I do. And they do. I'm like, hey, garbage.
Wait, half. Let's just throw up half for them. She's don't.
Hey, this is a different.
She's saying cut it out. I don't even
this
know
is
what
a
she's
different.
doing.
Yeah, she.
I'm gonna do a diamond.
We might have to
I don't know.
blur
What?
the
I don't
other
even
one.
know. It's a spade. If you really look at
I
my
don't know.
thing.
They
That look
might-
like the
they
whole
might-
Illuminati.
I was about to say they about to.
It was more of a spade than
No.
Flag
anything.
for the
My
Illuminati now.
arthritis. I'm telling you, these arthritis hands are crazy. But I do tell the boys like throw out the garbage. But and I think they'll do it when they have relationships and stuff. But I think it is a little bit of a gender thing.
For me, at least. I mean, because
I
again,
can
I
see
saw
your
you do
point.
things,
Yeah.
but like, I knew that there was expectations, like of to cut the grass, and he drove most of the time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like those certain things. stayed
Maybe
with
one
me.
day I'll feel what that feels like again.
Wow.
Ay, Dios mío.
I mean, what's
Qué
like-
exagera.
What are like some relationship
Yeah, I was
rules
thinking
you
about
guys
some
have?
gender. What is like a gender
Or just
expectation?
relationship rules.
For me, I would think like I like to do the grocery shopping.
Oh,
I hate doing the
my
grocery shopping.
goodness.
I like going grocery shopping.
No, so I like when he goes grocery shopping, even though he does it when he's hungry, so he buys stuff we don't need. But
Tough one.
but I like doing the cooking.
Yes.
I like doing the cooking. Just you go to the store. I don't want to. They get you with that whole BOGO thing, and they put it in your face as soon as you walk in the store. So even if you don't need it, you're like, but it's I gotta do a buy one
got
get
me
one.
Buy one get
yesterday.
one.
They
Right.
got you.
I got hot sauce and peanut butter. I know the person checking me, I was like,
You
What
good?
are you doing with
what's
this?
happening?
Was
What's happening?
What is trying?
and
Yeah.
you're like they get you with that. So I really try to avoid
They
it.
were good deals though. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean ish.
I'm
but
gonna eat the peanut butter. So
yeah.
So, like, one thing I wanna ask, like,
cook.
if
That's an
you-
expectation, I think.
I think so too. I like to cook too. But do you like when you guys are driving? Like if you have to guys go somewhere, is it your man that drives and you do the passenger seat, or you like to drive?
no. So I think when we first started, I would drive more often, and then I kind of conditioned him to just like there are times we'll walk together and I'll just go right to the passenger, and he's like, "Oh, I'm driving." Yeah. Yeah.
So when we first started dating, I loved to drive, right? Because I
Yeah,
didn't drive till
I'm a
Florida.
big
I didn't
driver.
drive in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So
You didn't have to.
Florida, I was like, I'm driving everywhere, right? And then also, I was a single mom, so
Yeah.
I drove everywhere.
Mhm.
And then he goes, "Man, I love that you love to drive."
Gotcha.
Got him.
That changed.
Got him.
Gotcha.
She said, "I did too."
Because I can literally count on one
Faster.
hand how many times I've seen my mom drive while O was in the car. I'm gonna go with 3. In my 18 years of being in the house with him, at least 3 while he was there. Yeah.
Wow.
Then it just became. Now he just grabs the keys, and he just goes to the driver's side. It's funny.
Mom, but you gotta be a better like passenger princess though.
What's a passenger princess?
You didn't know what that was.
What?
I used to have that role.
What's a passenger?
I used to have that role. Don't have it.
I'm like either working or checking certain
Right.
things. That's not passenger.
I'm saying GPS,
Yeah,
music, rubbing the back of his neck, make sure he's
Yeah,
good. Don't
yeah.
act like you didn't do it. I
I
seen you.
did,
seen-
but that was
Mom, barely.
25 years ago.
Now she's
I'm
just like,
27.
you got your water? You need me to go get it?
Not even. She'd be like, "You have my water." She had to.
Isn't that a princess? Hey, where's my
My
water?
water.
Saying
No, no,
a
no.
good one, like a good one, like a valid one.
I do try to GPS, and then he
He
says,
said,
"No, I tried
It's
GPS."
because you don't have
He goes-
Apple.
He goes, "I know where I'm going."
That's true.
Most
That's
of the
And then I
time.
go, "But bah, the GPS will tell us if we have accidents, if we have to
Right.
reroute."
Mhm.
He's like, "I know where I'm going. You don't know where you're going."
I think it's also because you have an Android and he probably don't like to look
Exactly.
at that GPS.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
You know?
the maps.
We have
on your
Apple
thing.
CarPlay.
Exactly.
What is it called for you guys?
Mm.
Droid.
I'm not even talking to you.
Wow,
Waves. They
that's
have to use
crazy.
waves.
Chill out.
First of
I
all,
like
it's
Waves.
waves
I mean,
with a
it's pretty
Z.
good.
Yo no puedo. And she's not drinking, people.
It's
We gotta
pretty
get
good.
with that.
But
Waves. I don't
but
use
it
Waves.
Having
does remind
emotional.
me-
I'm having
I don't use
emotional.
Waves. I use
withdrawals.
Google Maps. That is on both platforms.
But in a car, you can't select Apple CarPlay. So what do you select?
There's Android.
Ugh.
You have an Android. It just comes out the same way. The map is still the
It
same.
was just so many more
It
syllables.
just
in there.
it was
Apple.
Apple CarPlay, Android. I have less syllables.
No, it just
No.
felt like longer.
It would just
No,
felt
it's
like
because y'all
for
are hating.
sure.
You're
No, it's just because we don't like it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit right. on
Here we go.
like-
It's like the
Here we
outfit.
go.
It's
It's like an
push.
outfit thing. Like, you know, when you have the outfit and you're like, I don't know. That's like that.
like your shirt tucked.
Tucking in.
I don't like my shirt tucked. It just reminds me of back in the day or work.
Yeah, you tucked it out like it was work. She did the full
Yeah,
fold.
she was like, let me fold it a
I'm
certain
like,
way.
yo.
I don't want I don't want the C to get cut off because
Yeah,
my
she said
girls, my
that.
TLCs
Because
on
everybody's
my
gonna
shirt.
Their
see that.
faces are right here. The
Sure.
C is all the way down here.
No one can
I
see
think
the
we
C.
can see exactly.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, she trying to sit up straight.
So you can see.
So you can see the C.
Look.
See me? She says, see me?
No.
Okay.
I did
What
not
was
do
it?
that.
That's
I
just
try to
what
get
I
us
do.
going with the relationship rules, and y'all just
That's why we call off topic.
Yeah.
We do that.
right.
All the time.
we
You
do.
want to come back?
Yeah.
You wanna
Yeah.
come back to it?
I don't know. Okay, so
Like
the
right
garbage
now,
thing.
because we've
Okay, do
already
it.
skipped the
So,
first two.
Garbage
so-
let's
thing.
go.
Okay, garbage thing.
Garbage, car, driving.
I like I said, the
Or
cooking.
not just expectations, but like rules.
If I could be very honest,
Honest. That's what we like.
I
to-
had rules that are no longer a rule.
Like what?
So
what?
they like
And
they're
we're gonna fact check.
Yes.
they conform, they change
Throughout the years.
over time.
Okay.
The things that I thought were like super important.
Can we have an example?
Well, one when we first committed to each other, he had this
Courted.
thing where he wanted to take a nap every day after work. And I was like, hold up. There's no napping.
Rule number 1: we don't nap in here.
No, we
Well,
party all the
because
time.
while he's napping, we just picked up the kids from school. I'm doing homework. They're on the table doing homework. I'm cooking dinner. And you're napping. This ain't coming to America.
Stop one.
We're not. I said, sir. He was like, I'm a better person when I nap. But I'm not a better
Wow.
person when you nap because I'm
That's-
struggling.
Where's
Where's the compromise?
Yeah.
I was like, so that was a tough
So
one.
where-
That other countries do that? They'll take a break. Like
yeah,
after
siesta.
lunch
It's called like a siesta.
Yes.
for just like for them.
But
to
the whole country shuts down. Like
Yeah.
everything
At a
it's like
certain
2
time?
hours. It's called siesta. Yeah,
Yeah.
certain time. It could be like from 12 to 2, for example.
Yeah.
everybody go night night?
Stores, everybody go night, or you could just go
And
and,
then you
just
come
relax,
back.
reset. Stores are
And I
closed.
think it's like in
Yo.
China or Japan.
I'm gonna
they
tell that
have-
to my company.
They
gonna
have
take
like
a
little
reset.
cots at work where you're like allowed to take like
Under
a
your
15-minute
desk
nap
and
or
stuff?
something. Because I mean, it's like proven you are more effective that way.
I will go night quick.
I don't like naps. By the time I
You in Paris? I
by the
heard was
time-
like
what?
okay.
but, yeah, well, my body didn't know what time. it
Oh yeah, she'll get
was.
mad.
Right. By the time I
So
go
you just
into
not
a
gonna
slumber,
do your work.
that's what happens. Then
Gonna
I
sleep
wake
for
up.
14 minutes and 37 seconds.
I just can't. It was so that changed.
Okay.
Um,
No nappies.
Yeah, but I was also, for example, if we had an argument, I wanted to talk about it right then and there. Let's talk about it. And I had to learn over time.
Yeah.
It made it worse. I couldn't do that. So I had to change that about me. Let's talk about it. No. We're going to deal with it. And he's just like, I need space.
Yeah.
And that was something I had to change big time.
Same.
Yeah.
Really?
So that changed over time. Now, if I'm upset about something,
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, completely gone. Reset.
That's how I feel. I'm
That-
like, there's
I'm
no
doing.
reason to
Well, it
continue to
depends on
argue.
what it is, but we're not at that stage. Like we already know each other's triggers, so it's not something where I feel ultimately disrespected, or you know what I mean. But if it's just something that I'm so annoyed about, and we just cannot agree on, the next day, it's a wrap. Like I'll wake up in the morning. Hey, what are we doing today?
Does he look at you like?
No, because
Like-
that's how he is, and I learned that. And no,
Are
but
you-
that's how he is, and I had to learn that because I would not.
Is O doing this like in the middle of the morning?
We wouldn't be married now.
Yeah.
We would not be married.
You got to get the rest of the fingers out the way.
We would not be married.
Why?
You were like,
Let's just.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna practice.
We're gonna practice
after
when
the
we get
show.
off this
We're gonna
call.
practice. So
Uh-huh.
those are just some of the things that I had to change
Yeah.
over time. That at first were my rules. Like we're gonna talk about it.
yeah.
And then if we argue and if I'm upset about something, I hold on to it for a long time. And that was huge for me to go, all right, okay, next day, what are we doing? Again, depends on what it is, right? If I don't feel like I'm, um,
Valued or
if I
appreciated.
if I feel completely disrespected,
Yeah.
it's different from just having two point of views that we're just never gonna agree
Yeah,
on.
sure.
Those are two different things for
Yeah.
me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's so those are some things that
That's good.
I had to change over the years.
What do you? Because you guys are in the relationship, so I
Wow.
just want to
Oh,
ask.
but
you
you
had
you
some,
had
at
rules.
some
But
point.
what are your rules now, though? Now, like from what you learned going through this season.
Consistency,
Okay.
honesty.
Okay.
She
trust.
already knew
Woo.
what
Oh,
this
there's
list
so
was gonna
much. The
be.
list is long.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are your new rules.
Yes.
Or expectations.
I have like just expectations, right? Like that I should be able to express myself and then feel heard. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to agree with me, and I'm like that. So obviously we don't agree.
Wait,
So
hear me.
It doesn't have to be a fight.
it doesn't have to be a fight. Like I said what I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me. Make me feel that you heard me, and then give us some time.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
And when you come back, you'll be like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
I let it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
'Cause
think
I don't want to bottle it in anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I think when a lot of women and even men too, when you're in an argument or you feel like there's a disagreement, you shut down and you just hold and you fester it. Then it's like you'll be able to move on, but then you blow up on something else, but it's really from the
Yeah.
other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, with a rule like I think that Josh and I have come with is like we have a meeting once a week where we just take time, no phones, and we talk about the previous week, like the week we just finished, and what is needed from each other moving into the next week. So,
Oh, that's
hey, I
good.
really
So
appreciated.
you take notes when something happens because I forget. I'm like, wait, hold on,
Oh,
I'm gonna talk
what?
about this next week.
If I think that I'll forget, I'll write it down.
Right, because I forget. So
put it in your phone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
write it down. I'm a pen and paper person.
No, I mean, but it's just quick. So, or if
So
it's
you have your phone more in your hand.
yeah,
You know
but
what I
if
mean?
it's something where I feel like, and we talk about everything, it's like not just with each other. Like, hey, do you feel like you were supported enough this week, and like, whatever. Or hey, I think I'm in a space where I may need more words of affirmation. So that's how I'm feeling. But these are the financial things that I think we need to be focused on.
That's great.
That is great.
We're going even like small stuff, so like groceries or whatever, but just as long as and then we both kind of like at the end, okay, like we agree that the meeting is then over and like everything has been discussed.
But
and
do you
then-
feel heard? Because you could meet all you want, and then is it being put into action?
No, yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Then
But
it makes sense.
something that we did go away from that I liked that we did was we would meet every month and come up with our goals for that month. And then like in the beginning of the year we would do 3 months, 6 months, a year. So like we would go a year first.
Like a dream board.
And then
This is what we
we've
wanna
done
do.
vision boards before. And we'll check back, or even if we do goals or anything, I'll write down the date so that I'm like, okay, we did say this last year, but how many things have we been able to check off, or are we working towards that? So our yearly goals are going to be a lot bigger than our 6 month and our 3 month, but our 3 month and our 6 month should be towards that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
stuff like that.
Attainable, more things that you
Yeah.
executed.
I did
But
that for my
sometimes we
team.
look so
But
far
think
ahead.
about it though.
John.
Can you imagine doing that in our relationships? We would have less divorce.
Well, this also goes because they're a younger generation. They've seen other
Yeah.
older relationships fail because they probably didn't have those tools that they
communication.
have. That
But
communication.
also, I'm a big talker and communicator, and he's not super. So I know that
us.
I can't always do it. He'll get overwhelmed and stuff like that. But I think with us setting a day, at least we're not like super good on times right now. But
have
least
ideas, baby. I like this idea.
at least if we set a day in his head, he can also mentally prepare for that.
Gotcha.
Rather than like me just being
Didn't
like
feel
this happened.
overwhelmed.
Yes, for him it's like, okay, I know that this is a block where we are gonna deep dive, and we've like meditated before, and then we'll talk about
Try
things.
meditating. I fall asleep.
Okay, but maybe
sorry.
that's what you need though.
Sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, a nap.
Yes.
Reset.
Right.
I'm reading a book called Reset,
But
but then I start falling asleep because it's resetting you.
Yeah.
It's like this is not working.
But I'm saying like if you meditate beforehand, so if there's something that I may be like emotionally frustrated over, me meditating with him, not only is that like a connection, because we'll do it like holding hands or something to where
I saw
we're
that. I
physically
saw. I
touching and
saw.
stuff.
There are programs out there that tell the couples sit with each other,
Yeah.
touch each other because it enhances
Yeah.
and it heightens just feeling connection. You can communicate without saying anything.
So then
Yeah.
that way, when we move into the space of this is how I was feeling, I felt like maybe you weren't here for me in this point of time or whatever, is taken completely differently and maybe also delivered differently than if I was like super emotional.
That's good.
That was
Maybe you
deep.
can set that. I'm gonna talk to O about that.
I don't know
I'm
what
so
day.
happy for you guys. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Because then
Yeah.
it gets to the point where I talk.
She said, "Who?"
It gets to the point where I talk and he don't listen. And I'm
You
like,
feel?
"Bah, I did tell you that 100%." I said that. He goes, it's just
But
that
you
when
say
you're
a lot of
talking,
things,
right,
though.
you say a lot of things. So
And fast.
I don't know when to pay
That's why she
attention.
talks fast.
He goes, I don't know when to pay attention.
That's
I'm
crazy though.
and then I go, every time I talk, you're
You
supposed
got
to pay
spark notes. She taking spark notes.
Oh. So then
Oh, you gotta learn how to do like cliff notes, like or
Like
you know
what word? Financial. Okay.
so but we're there. And
Yeah.
I think we need a reset.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So even it's also helped me not say too much.
And he
because
doesn't
I'm
pick
like,
up everything.
I'm like, okay, this can wait for. I've literally like started to say it, and I'm like, oh, this can wait for our meeting.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
So
wait
that
for
it's
our meeting.
also say, yeah, it's
That
a
human
meeting.
psych degree is great.
We're
It's
having a
working
meeting,
wonderful.
and he understands, like, and we're both just there on it, you know, and
That's
it's like
awesome. That's beautiful.
being able to hold each other.
And how old
accountable
are
on
you?
27.
Look at that. We have learned from the younger generation.
Sure.
I'm learning.
No, but can you see yourself doing that in your
Next relationship?
season? Your next season? Yeah.
I think so.
Right? That's a great.
I just gotta find that person that wants to have
It's
that.
fine.
I mean, it wasn't.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't something we were just like.
No,
off
but I'm
bat.
saying.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I think when you guys are when you meet somebody that is paired with you and they want the same thing, I think yes, you can have those agreements to be like, let's try this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you have to try it.
Our biggest thing is like building together for sure, but how busy both of us are and stuff, I think it was just a lot better for us to have a set day for us to be able to do this. Now, there are couples that can just talk on the fly, but a big part of like when we would sit with things and we would set our goals was holding each other accountable and going for those. But if we're like busy and stuff like that, then we're not coming back to those things.
And you're talking. It's like almost a drive-through.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Right?
Exactly.
And it's true.
So
when
being
I was
intentional
younger,
and being
right?
purposeful, especially for young men, I think right now is just really important because that's something
Young women too. I see them.
Yeah,
falling
but I had
into
to
that.
talk to him about like even when you're doing things for me, like your intent and your purpose behind it. Like if you're just doing it just to do it, it's not gonna mean as much than if I know like
Right.
you're doing it with the intent
Intent.
for me to receive it this way.
Or be happy and right.
Yeah, like if
When
you're
I was younger, and I know this is bad, but it just reminded me when I was younger. I'm an only child, and I wasn't always heard.
That's another episode.
No, I wasn't always heard. That's fine. We could do an only child thing, but I wasn't always. I didn't always feel heard. So when I knew I had to talk about something important, or I was afraid of the lashback of what of what I was gonna receive, I will always talk to my mom. And I know this is really weird. She was every day after work. She would do caca and smoke a cigarette. That was her most vulnerable moment.
Yeah.
Where I knew that anything I wanted to say to her,
Yeah.
she would receive, she would hear me. And I know that sounds a little
No,
crazy.
but everybody has their thing though.
Right. So that was her routine. I mean, obviously she doesn't smoke. She hasn't smoked in so many years, but that moment I saw, she let all her guard down. She was like, okay, talk to me.
You got no choice.
Literally.
You are exposed in every way.
Right.
Every way.
But the great thing was I didn't smoke caca because she was smoking a cigarette. So it was
Wow, what's worse? You're an asthmatic.
the caca. No, but the door was open. No, because I'm like, no.
That's a lot of senses.
No,
That's
yeah,
a lot
I
of
know,
senses.
it was.
Yeah.
It was that I was an asthmatic, but I needed to communicate with her, and that's one of the moment where I told her I was pregnant with a milk car.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a big caca.
it was
I
like
don't know
a,
when I would do it.
it was like a.
What? That's 2 cigarettes.
Right.
3
Bring
cigarettes.
me the pack.
That's like
Bring me to pack out my purse.
No, but the thing is that I knew that was that moment where she heard me. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I did say, when I was pregnant, but it was anything. Anything I wanted her to really know and hear me, that is when
That was
I
the
did
time.
that. So that makes sense to say, hey, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's take this time.
Yeah.
Just be
Even if it's 15
intentional.
minutes.
It's
Yeah.
like
It could be
being
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've had short ones and then we've had like longer ones and everything.
Depending
but
on how they
I
go.
think it's just really good for both of us to be put in that headspace and just stick with it.
Right.
You know, it's like it's our routine
Consistency.
and stuff like that because a relationship is not easy, and if you're not actively working on it, it's just gonna fall apart.
It
And
is.
so that's how and how I am. I'm like I need things, and if I need this
Yeah.
or this, I want to be able to communicate with that with you while we're in the same headspace.
Right.
So
Right.
I learned a lot today on that.
Heck
because
yeah. That's beautiful.
I'm gonna go into the next season on fire.
You ready?
I'm
Just-
ready. I'm
just
like,
have-
so you want to have a
have-
conversation?
just have-
We're gonna have our meeting every Thursday because we gotta. You know me, I got a lot to say.
Or just have a session with this one once a week. That'd
Yeah.
be fine. Yeah. I mean,
You
I've had
can
I've
charge
had
me.
I've had unofficial sessions where I'm like, okay, I'm struggling here,
Mhm.
and she sees me and she'll go, okay, hold on, mom.
And that's good because your vulnerability, like, but you're
I'm
able to
not-
be.
But she's not
vulnerable.
like that with
everybody.
everybody. She's
Right.
not like that with everybody. So I
what I'm
know
saying.
that I can.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. You're with your daughter. You're the most vulnerable because that's your child, right?
Yeah.
So I think I've even been.
It's
very
opposite
open.
though, because our older generation, they were not vulnerable with us.
No,
It's
they
suck
don't
it
even
up.
like us.
It's suck it up.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
No, I think they love us, but I feel
From
like if
afar.
they
But
show
But
too
liking
much
and loving
love,
are different though.
but I
You
feel
can
like
love
if
somebody
that
and
is
not
true.
like
But
them,
she's
so.
told me that before. She goes, "I love you, but I don't like you." She's told me that.
That's tough.
Yeah, no, she has.
Hey,
She's
hey,
honest.
that might be the realest,
Honest.
no, for sure.
tough thing I've ever heard.
She's I remember where I was when she told me that.
Wow.
But there are moments where I didn't like what my children did situationally, but overall as humans, I thought they were great people. I think that's my fault. I'm sorry. I keep moving the rug.
It's okay. My OCD is getting there, but it's alright.
I'm sorry. I'm like,
The OCD in this house is crazy.
Oh my
This
gosh,
family
I
with
feel like-
OCD. Ooh, I thought I had it. Ooh.
Oh, like my radio has to be on an even number. Okay, it can be on 5.
Oh my
An odd
God.
number, it can be on 5. It can be on 7.
okay.
But every other number has to be even.
Even. I
So
do
he'll
the
put it on
even
like
thing.
17, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna push it down for you, but I'll push it up.
Yeah.
It has to be on an even number.
Me too. I feel the same way.
And
If I
he'll
see
mess
it-
with me on purpose, and I'm like, ooh.
No, no, no. I'm like with the remote controls. If I see like a different remote, I put them all together and I line them up.
even though
No.
you're gonna use it again, you're gonna grab
No,
it.
Yeah, but they should all be lined up.
We lose our remotes every day.
Facts.
No, we should be.
Where
They
did
should
you have
all
it
be lined
last?
up. The fan remote, this remote.
We
I'm
don't
married
have a
to.
fan remote.
I'm married
that's
to a
that
techie
bougie.
person.
That's a
Yeah,
I'm
bougie.
married to a
That's-
techie person. I want it all lined up.
We got 2. We just got 2 remotes.
2
we
TVs.
still lose them though. Well, a third one because we got the
Then
Roku
wait,
that we
but the
switched.
thing is that you have an apartment, so it's like this big.
I know.
The thing is, like, I have a townhouse, so it's like I gotta go upstairs, downstairs, because people leave the room with the remote in their hand. They go to the kitchen, then they leave it there, then they go upstairs. They're like, oh snap!
Josh does that, and I'm like, this one is specific for this TV. So like, there's just no reason
Why?
you would bring it into the room.
Then throw it
This
back on the
one.
sofa. Throw it back to it. Like
He gets like locked into with some things. I'm like, hey,
I sometimes if I have like a napkin in my hand and it's like this, it'll literally stay like that for as long as I remember that it's in there. So I'll go, oh, I don't need that anymore, and then I throw it out. It'll stay locked in my hand. Crazy.
that might
That's
be a sensory
arthritis.
thing.
That's-
I gotta
Maybe
read up
it
on
could
that.
be
I
a
gotta-
sensory
sensory
thing.
thing?
Yeah, it could be a sensory thing. I will keep it in my hand until I realize it's in there and I don't need it. But my hand will stay just like that.
because you're looking for something to use it on.
Right.
That's that OCD craziness.
Yeah, I do clean a lot. But
Yeah.
remember we talked about that last episode. Like we grew up on the weekends. The music came on. It was like
Talking about that,
oh.
how did you feel growing up in this lady's house?
Well, I think it was a little different.
It was different.
It
Very-
was
it was
different
very
because
different in
we
a sense.
played sports.
Right.
Okay.
So there was definitely leniency there.
Mm-hmm.
However,
She said.
it was white glove.
Mm.
And it was like I had
Like
to
this?
I had to like look at the mirror at all the angles. I'm like, Nene, come here. You see a streak? I don't see it. You gotta get the top. I'm on the counter because it
Pick
was
me up. Pick me
I
up.
would go to the counter like this.
No, you were that bad.
But now I do that though. If I'm cleaning my counters, I'm like,
You see, it does like move on.
I told you that. I told you
Yeah.
that. That's why now
But it skipped
I
Chris.
look at baseboards. I'm like
it,
this.
It skipped my son. It
I think
skipped
a
Chris.
lot skip Chris.
Chris, let me tell you, I love my son.
Chris is like, "Titi,
Chris
I
is
love
like-
you." I'm like, Papa, I love you too. But at some point, you're not gonna be cute like that, and you gotta do all this stuff. He goes,
like-
"Not right now.
That's
I'm good now, Titi." I'm like, okay.
I'm like, bro, all the water bottles. He's like, I'm not the only one who drinks water. In this area, you the only one. Because when you're back in college, I don't see the water bottles.
Yeah.
You come back home, 50,000 water bottles and tapas.
you gotta get a Brita.
I have that. I have
he just-
I have the water fountain from the refrigerator. It doesn't
And
matter.
he still buys water bottles.
Yes, he likes the water because he likes the. I'm gonna.
No, but
get
that's
an
why we
actual
bought water bottles, like actual big water. So if you see them on the counter,
Yeah.
those are water
We're
bottles.
the worst because Josh and I, we just walk around with these.
Yeah.
Whether
I have-
we're working out or not at this point, it's
yeah,
just
I do the same thing.
it's become
Are
a
you talking
lifestyle.
about that?
Hashtag blender bottle
Ooh.
for life.
Ooh,
For
tag,
life.
tag.
For lifers.
Yes, we are. No,
Don't do the.
we
don't
have
do the finger thing.
we
know,
have
I can't do that.
50,000 of those.
I
We
can
have.
do this.
That's the
Four.
L. Yeah.
L?
The L is the lifer. Yeah.
Four.
For lifer. Here we go. You got it.
Ay, Dios mío. Ay.
I would
Ay.
suck as a baseball coach. With-
You would suck as a gang member.
As an umpire.
What block you repping? Hold on.
Wait. Amsterdam.
hold on.
One.
Let me see your finger. Hold on. Do it real quick. Okay.
I'd be
No.
like, hey.
Can you imagine her as an umpire?
Oh no.
Nah.
I'd be like,
I'm
They're gonna
out.
be like, that's not even
Hey,
a call, coach.
Hey.
Ah,
hey,
sorry.
I'm out. I'm
I'm
out.
out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm leaving.
I'm
No,
out.
that's
No.
tough. I know.
Mm-mm.
It is tough. So
yeah.
that
It
is
just didn't
that
work
is-
for me. Sign language. I know how to do sign language, but it's slower
Do you?
for me. Yeah. Whatever, bro. Anyway, moving on. What else? What other questions do we?
skipped. What lie do you tell yourself most often?
I feel like I lied to myself a few times during this episode. No, I'm just joking.
No.
I was pretty open honest. What lie do I tell myself?
I already said mine.
I
didn't hear
say-
it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
You're doing great.
Oh yeah, but you didn't say
You
that.
say it
on
online. On,
But that's not a lie though. I feel like you legit are doing great.
I think so too.
I think so too.
But-
I think you're
Not
doing great.
really.
Look, you just taught us
Yes.
relationship goals, okay? Like
And I've
that
been
is all I
married
want-
25 years. Shout out to my husband. We're celebrating our wedding anniversary
Yay.
This month,
Thursday.
Woo!
What anniversary is it? Like
Ugh.
what is the gift supposed to
The
be?
freaking Fraggle Rock.
Is it money? No, money's
No
50 years. Gold. There's like gold paper.
paper, like
Papers,
something.
I think like first or second though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it money paper?
What year is it?
Or wood or something like that. I think a wood. I think
You don't know
20. So I'm sorry, because we've been together since '99. So
wedding anniversary.
we got married in 2001. So,
So is he calculating it right now?
Puppy?
No.
23?
24. No, 22.
Are you calculating? Or are you texting, sound engineer? Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
he's
Wow.
Because Jazzy Loki wanted applause. I'm like, you don't ever give her the applause when she wants it. You better not be
I was
texting.
waiting. I was waiting earlier.
I was like, ugh, no.
So what's the lie you tell yourself?
I think I've conditioned myself to say, it's fine. Everything's fine. I could feel like the world is crashing around me. And the lie I tell myself is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay.
Yeah, you're doing great.
You know?
You're doing great. You're crying. It's
you
okay.
guys
You're doing
together.
great. You're doing
You
great.
guys together. Woo! We're going places.
We were talking about it yesterday because I was at the potluck for the gym I go to,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yeah, you are like your mom." Because I was like, I think that I'm a good balance.
For sure.
Because Josh feels like I'm like you, but I see a lot of in me as
I agree.
well.
I agree.
So the other guy, the owner
Yeah.
of the gym,
Uh-huh.
was like, I can see the balance, but you're definitely like your mom.
For sure.
And I was like, yeah, but I appreciate the balance though.
Yeah.
I appreciate the balance.
The lie
lie
I
you
say to
tell yourself.
myself.
I guess that's one I'm not like my mom.
That's a lie that you say to yourself
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
because you know that you are like your mom.
but also because of the stuff that I would do, where it's like, okay, I'm not like her, but like,
I know she
just
would.
this one thing. Yeah, like just this one thing though.
The lie that I tell myself, yeah, that everything will be okay. Like that is one of my biggest lies. That I'm okay.
That's different. I'm
Mm,
okay versus
everything
things gonna
is
be
okay.
fine. Those are two
So the lie I
distinct
tell myself
things.
is that I'm gonna be okay.
No, the lie you tell yourself is that you are okay.
Oh yeah, that I mean that I am
That you
okay.
are
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. That
Right. No, for sure.
yeah,
That is
yeah. That's the
because
lie I tell
things
myself.
are like we wake up every day,
Mhm.
right? We're able to partake with people, communicate, walk, get up. Remember I was in a wheelchair for so long, so the fact that I'm able to just sit here across my leg, like those things are like, okay, I get to do those things, right?
Mhm.
Um, things will be okay, but that doesn't mean that we are okay in those moments or until we get there.
Yeah.
And so there are so many times where I'm like, "You good? Hey, I'm sounds fine, girl. Okay, let's have a drink." No, no, you're not okay. You're not okay. And
Yeah.
so
I mean,
that's a
yeah,
thing.
it's been a challenging time for me,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so that's the lie that I tell
Yeah.
myself. And I think the more I say it, I start to believe it sometimes
Gotcha.
because it's just like I have to.
I think
I
that
don't have time to
you
not be
guys-
okay.
You guys definitely do that, but I was just thinking about it the other day. I think you guys lose yourself, like who you are, like
Mhm.
truly, because you have always had to be something else.
Mm.
And so you kind of forget who you are and you don't allow yourself to be who you are. So I think that you guys and moms and stuff, you guys need to sit like separately and just relearn who you are and really explore those things
And
because
be okay with that.
but
We
and
talked about it because
yeah,
we feel guilty.
yeah,
In one
I
of our
mean
episodes,
there's
when
that,
we feel guilty if we want to do something we want to do.
but
It's
that's what
like,
I'm saying. It's like
right.
yes, you are supposed to change and mature and evolve and everything like that, but who you are is just completely different from who you guys identify as currently. Because the first thing you're gonna say is, "I'm a mom.
For sure.
I'm a mom."
People always say, "Oh, so what do you?" So I'm a mom of three. They go, "Tell me a little bit about yourself."
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mom of three.
But at the
That's
end
the
of the
first
day,
first.
like
Yeah.
you guys, you're Kim and you're Tanya, and what does that look like without those other labels and
We
categories?
can't do an episode on that.
Well, I be
No,
thinking.
no. See, there she goes. There she goes. There she
Maybe
goes.
that's my other lie, girl. That's my other lie.
No, we should do an episode like who are we?
Yeah, but you have to sit in
And
that
unpack
before
it.
you can.
Oh no, for sure.
Because honestly, there's a difference between identifying your baggage and unpacking it.
Pastor West talked about that.
Because I think that you, especially,
Okay.
you identify
Okay.
your
This is a
baggage.
therapy session.
I'm just saying, as in, like,
How do I identify my baggage?
I think that you've worked through some things to see, like, okay, this is a baggage that I have, like with your mom and stuff like that. You know what's in the bag, but you haven't unpacked the bag. So you're still carrying that baggage. So that's a lot different from just being like, yes, I know that this is a problem of mine, and then being like, but you know what? Not anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
so crazy.
working through
my
those
sister
things.
said that to me before she left. So I had a week time with my sister, and it was great. It was definitely needed
Yeah.
at this age and at
Right.
this time of our lives, right? And so before she left, she goes, "You need to release that baggage
Yeah,
because you're giving it too much energy."
yeah,
And it's hurting you, even though
Yeah.
you're fine, even though you say this and all this stuff and you're moving on and all this stuff, you have to let go of that. When you let go of that, so
Yeah.
much more is going to come to you.
yeah.
And I was like, wow. I sat in it.
You know I've said that.
No, you have.
It's fine.
No,
It's
no.
fine.
You
It's
have
fine.
said that.
I
No,
keep
no.
thinking.
You. But I'm just saying, like, for someone who
for her
I
to
haven't seen
and she identified it.
quickly.
That
That was the thing. Like, you guys
sure.
have seen it,
Mhm.
right? You've been with me on my journey. So, but just for her to be in with me for
how beautiful is that?
6 days,
Yeah.
literally. And it was like, before I leave, I want to let you know this. Like, you need, and she also told me you need to talk to somebody. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're gonna like explode.
Yeah.
Right? She was like, but once you let go of that baggage, that energy that you have, that negative energy, so much things are gonna be
Yeah.
happening.
Like you know what it is.
You know, you
You
know what it is.
But it's still right here.
I was talking to my boss and she told me the same thing. She's like, just speaking with someone they're just non-biased.
Yeah.
She's like, you will be so surprised
Yeah.
at some of the things that they make you think about.
Mhm.
I was like, wow, she's right. Like
Yeah.
that's something I have.
I
To,
think that's big for
huge.
women, mothers, women that do a lot, who identify also as a strong woman, because after that you're like, I'm a mom of 3. I'm a strong woman. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And so
independent.
as soon as you identify with that, automatically your guard has gone up and you're not going to allow yourself to be as vulnerable, because you're always going to tell yourself, I'm a strong woman. That vulnerability is opening yourself up to weakness.
But that
so you
strength,
don't wanna
strength is
feel that.
relative, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, immediately when you're just like, I'm a strong woman, you're just automatically going to be like, I shouldn't feel these things, or they just don't matter enough right now, but they do matter.
That's why I sometimes be like, I'll throw out the garbage. I don't need nobody. I don't need no man. I'm throwing out my own garbage. And I'm put it in the big bin. And guess what? I'm going to take the thing all the way out to the curb because I don't need no man.
I know. It's
But
I get
it's
it.
those things that you just, as I think whoever just, I mean, it could be a woman. I mean, I'm just going to speak on women. When we feel like we have to, we don't have time to wait for someone else.
Yeah.
And it takes a strong person, a partner, to kind of help release that
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah. But there are certain layers that only you can unpack.
Yeah, true.
Like,
Very true.
they might be able to help you carry some of it, but that's not also their responsibility. Their responsibility is to help you and support you and put you in the best position for you to be able to unpack that stuff.
Yeah.
To
by
see,
yourself.
like, yeah, for sure.
Because, and that's what I'm
Good
saying, like,
support system.
and that guilt comes too, but it's like, no, it's okay for me to take a weekend or a day or whatever it is. You go and you do you, and you sit in all of it
I'm going to do me.
from the beginning, though.
You've been doing you.
I am.
Let's
Okay.
change that.
I'm going to continue to do
But not like that.
Yeah.
I was just going to go on a nice little weekend vacation.
Right, but
myself.
the
Not to
vacation is not
Maui
also
with the
just
riddles.
for the funsies, because unpacking the baggage is not fun.
It's
Don't nobody want to unpack for vacation.
No, but you know
sure.
what? I do like to clean my clothes. I don't
And
like
you,
having dirty
but
clothes
putting up,
traveling.
you can clean them and put them back.
No,
you
no,
still
no.
holding
I,
the bag.
I buy new ones.
You still, that's not. So then you're
See,
adding
you
extra.
gotta- this
You're
is-
adding extra clothes and extra baggage.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh,
No,
Y'all
but
gotta
that is
start
true.
from the-
That
from
is
the
true.
jump.
Those are things that we should. So we may have expectations for our relationship, but we don't have them for ourselves, right? So
That's good.
I should do that. I should expect to put my health first, and let's say, I mean, I don't eat bad, but just have certain
And
expectations.
Let go of those things that are holding you back.
Yeah. I wondered, like, if I'm thinking about it now, like, what's holding me back?
I think you have a lot. Not in a bad way.
Like a lot holding
I
me
guess not
back,
in a good
a
way.
lot holding me back, or a lot in my bag.
I think a lot that you hold on to, that there's a difference between, again, like identifying and know that it's there, and then just letting it go. Like, I feel like, and you and I kind of different. It's like the relationship with my biological father. I've let it go. I don't think it's a baggage for me anymore. It is what it is. But you're like, I mean, but have an open heart and stuff. And I'm like, it's not that I don't, but I've released that bag. And it's cool, like it's back there somewhere or whatever. But like I'm not gonna let that weigh me down because
For sure.
of X, Y, Z. You know, and there are things that I think that you identify, but you're not really getting to the root cause. Like, you have the bag, but like, how many items are in that bag? And it doesn't have to be
you
a
have a
bag,
bag
at
in the bag?
time. She might, but
I
like,
got a bag in a bag.
take the items out, and sometimes that's what it comes down to, right? The bag might be too big, but if we take out the items and really get down to what's in the bag,
Yeah,
and we
for
can start
sure.
unloading by item, right? Like, we focus a lot in society on like the bigger goal and the bigger picture, but the details make the big picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It's all in the details.
yeah, like the shirt, the pants, the shoes, all those things together make the outfit, but you have to pick one thing and dive into that. So I think a lot of the stuff that you've gone through in your life, you know it's there, but what does it take for you to truly heal from that?
Yeah.
And I think those are things that you have to ask yourself and really work through within yourself, because and maybe owe maybe a part of that,
Mm-hmm.
but that's something that you have to be able to identify in yourself as far as like, okay, maybe I need more time. Maybe I need to journal about it more. Maybe I need to
more Tanya time.
maybe I need to have a conversation with this person, or like just certain emotions and feelings. Like as women, we automatically feel guilty. We have to learn how to let those things
I think
go.
we feel guilty like offending. We feel guilty.
But that's why I sent you the
Right.
video the other day, because I'm like, we have to, like, we just take on. We just take on. And it's like, hey, you know what? Hey, you got it. I
You sent
believe
me
in
a
you.
video, and I follow her. It was called the Let Them Theory. If they don't invite you to a party, let them. If they don't call you, let them. If they don't meet up to sometimes your expectation, let them. Like the Let Them Theory
Yeah.
is the let go part of what you're talking
And
about.
not attaching your emotions to that. It's just, it is what it is.
But how do you deal with that? Because I'm emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm a hot mess.
I'm emotional. Like I like to be emotionally connected. Hence why I know many people. Hence why I'll know their names. Hence why I'll know what their kids are going through. How's everything?
Yeah, but I've
like
talked to you
that's their
about like
connection.
how you share that energy and those emotions. You go 110%
Yeah.
for everybody and everything, and some people don't deserve that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Energy, 10% max. You have to earn the rest of my energy. That's how I do my playtime. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes off rip. 2 minutes. What you do in
She's
those?
a basketball coach, guys. That's what she means.
What you do in those 2 minutes?
She plays football.
Yes. What you do in those 2 minutes determines whether you get more. I'm gonna give you 10% of my energy and my emotion. What you do with my 10% determines if you get 15, 20, 30, 100.
The increase.
Like, but when you deep dive in, then that's where that hurt and
That's
that
why I
distress and
say
stuff comes
The
match
out.
unmet
my-
expectations.
Match my energy, match my vibe. If you can't match my vibe, I can't.
No, but that's not what she's saying. She's saying don't give them 100% of your vibe
That's what
right
I'm
away.
saying.
But you saying match. You want them to match your 10%. So now y'all both at 20%.
We're gonna increase. It's a slow process.
We need a side therapy session.
This is our hood therapy session with Jazz.
Oh, she's being politically correct because she'd be like, why you did that? Why did you do that? No, so
Me?
yeah, you would. If she
Oh.
tells you something like,
I don't even think I would answer.
Her
I
face
just-
would tell me, be like,
I'll probably look back at you. Am I being punked right now? There's cameras. Am I being punked right now?
I don't be doing crazy stuff.
we should
like,
have a hood therapy session and she be the
therapist.
therapist.
Oh, I have to tell you. I gotta tell you everything.
Right?
Let's take on
Why?
stories.
Why the high pitch?
We'll unpack the stories. Like if people send in stories and stuff.
yeah.
Though.
Oh,
Okay, so we'll leave today with unpacking some of our bags. How about that?
yeah.
Right? And so we talk about it, and a lot of people don't even think that they have a bag to unpack. So it's that what is that called? The acknowledgement and ownership. If you don't have that acknowledgement and ownership that you even have a bag, we can't go to the next level.
Right.
There are some people like, I'm good. You know, somebody says that all the time. I'm good. I'm good. They're in the family, and I'm not even gonna say who it is. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm like, but no, you're not. Like,
Yeah,
but
let's
they good
acknowledge
and they-
it. No,
but-
but because that generation, and not all, but most of the generation that I've seen, it's been mostly of, I love you, but I'm not going to show you too much strength or love because that's weakness. And I'm not going to cry in front of you because that's weakness. I'm not going to say sorry and really take ownership for some of the mistakes that I've made because that's weakness.
Yeah.
And so that's completely opposite than how we
I
should
think I
be on
say
how.
I'm sorry too much.
Yeah, but I say sorry artificially. I say,
But-
oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
But that's
And then I go, why did I just do that? She bumped
Exactly.
into me,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, not me.
It's like an automatic.
Josh be like, "Come on, man." I'm like, "She bumped into me." What I'm gonna say sorry for? Like,
But that's what I'm saying artificially. It just comes out. It's different from sitting at someone's table and go, I am sorry
Yeah.
for how I made you feel.
You know what I hate? Like I said I'm sorry to
but we
someone.
shouldn't say words that we don't mean.
That's what I'm
because then
saying.
they
I
still
agree with
carry
that.
weight. They
Right.
still open a little bit of something.
So
I
I
agree.
said I'm sorry to someone and I felt like,
Ugh.
yeah,
What?
I
You
did.
didn't mean it?
No, I meant it.
Then why'd you feel?
Oh,
Ugh.
never mind.
Like I felt like, and I think this is why people hesitate on saying I'm sorry sometimes, because the reaction that they gave me for my sorry was like,
Never mind.
never mind. And
I'm
I'm
good.
like,
You good. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then this
You're
is where,
done.
No, but this is where no, but this is where you sit in that space. Say, okay, so you did what you were supposed to do. You unpacked. You took ownership, you acknowledged it, and then you move on. Now they have their own stuff to unpack.
But sometimes if they're just not,
No, move
if
on.
they don't
I'm
feel
not
like
saying
how
that.
I
Yeah,
thought they
move on.
felt, and
Yeah.
I say sorry, then I'm gonna say never mind.
No, you
Because
don't
obviously,
take it back. You don't take it back.
I'm saying sorry because of how I felt like I made you feel. But
Right.
if you didn't feel like that, then I'm not sorry.
Or
I take it back.
You
but
get what
there
I'm
are
saying?
some
I
people.
mean-
There are some people though that if you tell them sorry, they want more. They'll be like, oh, but do you really mean it? Or
Oh yeah.
Right,
And
you
I'm
know-
like, oh, you're asking for a lot.
yeah, no. So this is what I'm saying. So when you give, you can't always. I'm not saying how you feel is wrong, because if they're
But don't
not,
give
if they're
with
if they're
expectations.
dismissing your apology,
Mhm.
don't take back your apology. Listen, I apologize. Take it how you want it. This is so now you have a
But
clear.
I also
conscience.
believe when you're saying sorry, like change behavior. So you got. I feel like, do you?
Oh, that's a whole nother. You talking about two different things, girl.
No. I'm just saying change
Saying
behavior.
sorry for how I made you feel is different
Yes.
from okay. If you really truly feel
And if
sorry,
someone
then you
feel,
change
right,
behavior.
you're gonna know like someone's genuine by their actions, by how they're approaching the sorry. I feel, But then, yeah, that could be probably another second episode or something.
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Anyway,
Are we old though? Are we old
Do
for
you
that?
feel old?
Yeah. Do we feel old? Does that?
I'm not old.
How old you feel?
In her new season or
In
like
my
last
new
year?
season.
See?
I
I
just turned 40. I'm just kidding. I'm 44. No, I don't feel old. Like I feel like I'm in my 30s, like late 30s kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to say I'm like out here 20.
Physically and mentally?
I said mentally.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I
Dang.
meant if I didn't say it, sorry,
I was
that's
trying
the
to
old
adjust.
age.
I was trying to adjust. I was like, hold
No,
up.
I don't feel like I'm in my 40s, late or early 40s. I'm 44. So
Situationally.
You said late 40s.
I said no. I meant to say I'm in my early 40s.
Oh, I was like, that's
Yeah.
you skipping some.
No, I'm not trying.
Like
You
in
know
school,
I
they
ain't.
circled the 4 is in the
In the
that's
first
in the
ring.
lower, yeah.
I have moments where I feel like mentally, I have moments where I'm like, okay, I need to be more mature. I don't know if that necessarily means that I'm older.
Mhm.
It just means like I've been through more experience and I just don't look at things like that anymore.
Mhm.
Physically, I feel old as heck because
That's tough.
because my body's struggling.
I feel it.
Well, you
though.
My
guys
body's
saw-
struggling. Like the peri. Good job, but hide the knuckles. Hide the no. Don't give it wings. Just stay right there. Just stay right there.
Like you're doing this.
But this is the arthritis. This is what I'm saying.
No, it's
this
not.
Is where
That's
like,
your lack of hand-eye
Don't do this.
coordination.
we all used to peace sign like this.
this way.
And
Right.
then curve the top.
Yes, right there. Yes.
Why did you curve this way?
It doesn't freaking work. Go ahead, go. Just say it
No,
again.
so yeah, but I think my body right now in this season is going through a lot. And then, I had my car accident, so I have like arthritis in the hips and just everything, right? But mentally, I feel like I have moments where I'm like, oh, I'm good. I can do this.
Mhm.
I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. And then the next day, my body's like, so you thought you could do that?
That's the lie we
That's
tell
what-
ourselves.
You felt
That's
good doing
another
that?
one. That's another one.
I went hard at the gym. Next day, I was like, it was so bad. I was wondering why you were working out so hard. It felt great. I felt good.
Lie to yourself.
Yeah, lies. No,
Every time
so-
I go to the gym, I lie to myself. I could do all this and then some. I could
What?
show some kids how to do it. And then when I get home, I'm like, wow. Who said what?
What about you? Do you feel old? Do you feel
I don't think that I feel like I'm in my late 20s. It feels weird to say that. So like when people ask me my age,
you don't
I'm
feel
like,
it? You feel like you're in your early 30s?
Wow, no.
Mentally, because mentally she's so
Wow.
mature.
Yeah.
And we learned so much about
Wow.
relationship. That's what I meant.
Did. I'm like gonna take a lot of notes tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought like,
I mean, notes for future, not for now.
no, take them now.
Well,
I'ma
as far
take
as
'em now.
self-reflection, the self-reflection stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
meditation.
Ooh, you better unpack that one. I feel like you have a whole bag of self-reflection. A bag within the bag within the bag.
Wow.
No,
It's
for
like-
sure.
It's
Let's
like my
unpack
laptop bag.
Y'all ever seen that episode of
Your-
SpongeBob where he just keeps
your
unzipping?
makeup bag.
He just keeps unzipping.
Okay. Well,
I didn't
It
say answer,
is-
but it's okay.
No, she has to
no.
answer.
Oh yeah, no. I was just hearing that. I was
I
just
know.
gonna say our
It's our
engineer.
sound engineer.
Yeah.
We didn't get the applause, but you got the alarm.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, time to go. Wrap it up.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
So
Go.
finish.
No, yeah, but sometimes I feel old when I'm with my younger girls because they say stuff or do stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, Bokar said the same thing.
why does that make sense to you? And it's all of you guys, so it's a generational thing. But yeah,
It's so true.
that stuff makes me feel old,
Mhm.
and then
Because
but
you
like,
can't relate, or you just
but
you,
I don't
it's
know,
not logical.
It's like stupid to me. Like it's just like, bro, think about
But
it.
you were that person.
But
No, because
No.
but they had they
we
were more
better.
logical.
We
Yeah.
were better.
Yeah,
My generation was the last like hey, peace out for the last cool generation.
right. I feel
Yeah.
that because I feel like it was that generation of they didn't have technology yet, so
We
they had
still played outside.
they still played outside.
like
There
we
was still
saw little kids
communication. There
outside.
was
True.
intimacy in a sense of,
Have a
hey, how are
conversation.
you?
Yeah,
Versus right here.
I had the sound for AOL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even know what AOL is now. I had to set up the speakers and all that.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? So
Remember
that's
you had
Pink
that
and the
extra
green,
features,
the
yeah.
pink and the green.
yeah, that's
Oh,
I
wow.
think that was
I'm
was
the
you had
last cool
struggle.
generation.
that was
had
that
the
last
struggle.
Yeah.
generation,
Yeah.
and then they came into technology
where it was like
So-
the desktop, so you couldn't like sneak really on your laptop.
couldn't.
You know, it was like we just up here. Like, you trying to click softly. But so I feel young and old at the same time. I guess it just really depends on like who I'm around. Cause sitting in my age, I'm like, oh, like 27. But then around them, I'm like, big age gap. Big age gap. Body wise, it fluctuates, but I'm
It
trying to
does,
get back
yeah,
where
yeah.
I want to be.
But you did,
so,
and I know this refers back to your podcast, but you put your body through a lot,
yeah.
and you guys,
Yeah, my knees are 54.
right? And so-
So
Sorry
And
for all those
and your-
54
and your-
people.
and your hips are 80.
Wow.
Like sometimes.
Josh, because I can pop my hips, I guess, in ways that like not normal people can. So like I know how to. What did he say? Like internally rotate like my hip and stuff. And
You sure it's not twerking?
wow, no. If you saw me do
Pop,
it, it's
pop.
definitely not.
Oh no, no.
It's definitely not. It sounds scary. Like you might want to take me to the hospital.
What?
But
It's like, no.
but sometimes if they lock up, I'm like, oh, like it
Weird.
hurt. Like I have to pop it.
But that goes
So-
to your podcast. Like you're
Pop,
still in the
lock it.
game.
Pop like it.
So like you're still in the
I
game,
can't
and
drop it.
and you're talking to females that have put their body through so much
Females
and are still trying to make it.
males,
And
Yeah.
are still trying to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that, oh man,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough on the body.
Not
it's
this
tough
body.
mentally.
That's one lie I will not tell myself.
What?
You can go play football. You can go play some basketball. I can't even throw the ball anymore. My
I can
shoulders
see
messed
you.
up.
I
I
have
can
a
see you
bad
playing
shoulder.
lingerie football. I don't know why.
Wow.
You know.
You see?
Why would you say that, though? Why would you tell her that?
Well,
though?
on that note, we're gonna.
I know somebody that did that, so I don't want to down it because
What?
my opinion, yeah, my opinion's different.
you-
No,
Can you tell me something?
no, you don't know who it is, and I'm not.
No,
gonna
no.
mention
So I
it 'cause
can
they see it.
Can I get on? Like, can
She's
they?
trying to follow the
I
page.
don't think they do it anymore. Do they? Do they?
Well,
still
they have
it?
connects.
They do.
You
but I
don't need to do that.
I don't think it's
Don't do that.
called lingerie football anymore.
No.
Because like now they have like their spandex is a little bit bigger,
Yeah, it's different now.
and now their
I
bras
saw
are like
it.
complete. They have,
Yeah, they
full-
have like
They
full
don't have like
like
the little pasties anymore. It's
No.
like actual bra.
it's a sports
I'm
bra.
joking.
Sports bra.
But think about that though.
Yo,
As
I will
so,
be
so
fit because I will be
correct me.
working.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. Okay.
I
However,
was trying.
listen. As Christians, as Christian women,
Uh-huh.
are we supposed to be playing anything lingerie unless it's with our hubbies?
I'm gonna go with
What?
no.
You got whole baptized,
I did.
and you were still fully clothed. You
Can
wanna-
I? Can
No,
I just
think
go
about
watch?
that. Just-
Look and see if I wanna.
Yeah.
I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship.
No, but still, so that means you have to walk different. You have to walk different so that you can welcome the right person. Like,
not in Florida. There's nobody. Anyway, let's move on.
you think
Let's-
you think your
let's,
boo is somewhere else?
I don't know where they had.
Abokar always thought that his wife was going to be a New Yorker.
We're not gonna touch on that one.
I know we gotta
So,
go.
with
We
that
gotta go.
being
It's
said-
this one right here. I can't. No.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap
Jazzy,
this
thank you
up.
for really spending time with us today.
Thank you.
Yes,
guys
thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank you for
Yes,
sharing.
you.
Thank you for teaching. I didn't
Yes.
expect that. Good job. You're so
Mhm.
good,
You
mama.
are. Give me fines.
No, we really appreciate that.
Yes.
But also supporting your Still in the Game podcast
Yes.
because
Yes.
it's so many things that we just don't know about.
Mhm.
So I'm super proud of you for that. And we got to get the episodes out.
Yes,
I'm
they
very,
will
very
be
proud of
out next week. So tune in. Well, we will start
One.
releasing them.
Yes, start releasing them. She has a
slowly.
few
So,
already that are out there. So
Yes.
super proud. But
Excited to let those out.
again, shout out to Sizu Designs.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the beautiful cups. We have
Mhm.
pens.
Pens, everything.
Yeah, she's amazing. And also please like, share, subscribe. That's huge.
Definitely.
We do appreciate you guys and your support and your questions.
Yeah.
We're open to it.
Leave
we're
comments though. Leave
we're
comments.
right because a lot of you guys side comment me like DM me and go, well, I think I'm like, put it out there because other people may see it.
Yep.
And they may feel the same way or they don't feel the same way. So
Yeah.
listen,
Put it out there.
I'm all about opposition
Mhm.
if it creates growth and awareness, but not disrespect. So if you want to oppose some of our opinions and you want to give us your take on something, I'm down for that. As long as you're respectful, it's all good.
Yep. So like, subscribe, share, YouTube, follow us on
Yes.
social media, which is we have
Twitter.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Twitter,
TikTok.
TikTok. I mean,
I gotta do
Facebook.
better with Twitter.
You gotta
I
do
stopped
better.
Oh,
Twitter.
how about the
You
other
know what?
one? What's
Because
that?
Thread.
Thread. That one.
She was like,
Come follow.
She said, like she was making a whole omelet. Hold up. She's
Come on, follow us, leave us a comment, and we're gonna be out there. We're trying to go on to some seminars as well. So if you do see us, please come talk to us. Let us know what you want to hear, so we can have those type of conversations because we
Facts.
probably all have faced it some, spectrum of our lives, and
different
so we definitely
different seasons.
we definitely want to share that with you. So
100%.
if you come out and see us, and just hit us up.
Thank you
All right?
guys.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good one.
Bye.
I would put up the heart sign, but I'm afraid of what you're gonna do.
I'll take the whole hand at this.
I know, yeah,
It's-
for sure. Let's just let her do that one. Let's just let her do that one.